Good job. High five. You did so good. That's you. Oh, peekaboo. Okay. Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you everything that sold at my markets this weekend. I'm going to do both markets in one video. So I'll do day one that was at one location and then day two that was at the other location, but all in this video. And then I'll tell you my total sales for the weekend. So starting with the first market, which was in Ocala, it was my first night market. It ran 6 to 9 p.m. So a 3-hour market, $55 fee. I sold a $25 mystery bag for $25. 2 baby axolotls, I sell those for $10 each. I sold 1 bird, I don't remember. Oh, it was a rooster. I just labeled all my birds, birds. So that's the penguins, the ducks, the chickens, all that. So I sold one of those for $18. I sold my dinosaur from my dinosaur pattern, which you could purchase on Etsy. I'll link that down below, for $18. I sold 2 dinosaurs. Okay, so one was my dinosaur and one was not my dinosaur. I sold them each for $18, so $36 there altogether. I sold my Easter bunny, which is the Crochet Grove bunny pattern that she just put out. I sold her for $35. I sold 2 of my Easter eggs, also my pattern, link down below, for $10 altogether, so $5 each. They're very quick makes and I made them pretty much to make the pattern and to make the video. So I sold 3 emotional support pickles for $54 altogether. They're $18 each. I sold my jumbo frog plush for $25. I sold mini octo plush. The ones I used to do for $9, I dropped it to $8. I sold one at $8. Mini whales, I sold one at $10. Pot mushrooms, I sold 3 at $13 each, so $39 for that. I sold my pot of gold for $15, my plush pot of gold, not the keychain. So all together, that came out to $330 and sales. However, we have to talk because there's some tea. This was the first event that I've ever had somebody steal from me. I've been doing events now for, I don't know, I'm in the double digits on events. I can't tell you how many I've done. I guess I could add them all up, but anyway, I've been doing this in business over a year, so do the math, because I do 1 to 2 a month every month, and I've done more than 2 a month for some of the months, so you're talking double digits for sure. Yeah, so first time to my knowledge that I've ever had anybody steal from me. I'm usually pretty good about keeping track of my inventory, so that sucks. And I'm just realizing that I'm pretty certain I've had 3 things stolen from me, and I thought it was 2. I could have missed the transaction on the last one, but I know I didn't on the other 2. So I lost a $22 possum that was not one of those mini baby possum patterns. So it's a little bit time consuming to make. I hate that. So there's $22 gone. I lost, and that one, that could have been a kid. It was on a bottom shelf, and I do sell a lot of things primarily to kids. So that kind of theft can happen, and I don't necessarily put too much blame on the parent or even the child for that. Some kids don't know better, and then some parents are too embarrassed to come back and be like, hey, my kid stole, because they feel bad about it. And then, if there's a lot of vendors at events, to know where it was stolen from is hard to tell. Though I was a very niche item at this event, so they could have found me, but I digress. That one, not too bad. The other one that was stolen was a $20 turtle keychain. Now, the thing that actually pisses me off about the turtle keychain is I had all my keychains up high, eye level for me. So that would have 100% been an adult person or maybe even a teenage person, but either way, that is somebody that should know better for sure. So that sucks. And I'm just seeing now that I only sold 3 emotional support pickles and not 4, but I definitely had 4, and they're definitely all sold out. So I'm trying to remember if I actually sold 3 or 4. It was kind of a very busy event. To fit that many sales into 3 hours is, kind of a lot. And I was right across from the mechanical bull, so there was people congregating around, which is probably why the theft happened. But I do the emotional support pickles for $18. But I did have the guy that bought the last one did pay in cash, so there is a potential that I did not go back in and add that sale. So yeah, that just like sucks right there, because that's a pretty decent amount of money, like $60 potentially of like lost goods. So if you take that $330 I made minus $60 in theft minus $55 in fee to be at the event, I only made $215. And I'd say only, which isn't bad for a 3-hour event, I feel like, but yeah, it left a sour taste in my mouth. So for day two I was at Beasley Farms. This is my first time at Beasley Farms this year. This is the monthly market in Brooksville that I do pretty much every month. Not quite every month because I have kids, and sometimes other events I want to do like line up, like, you know, Saturday I could have done Beasley's, but I wanted to do the event down in Ocala. If you're finding value in this video with me sharing my prices and what sold, feel free to leave a comment or like subscribe or whatever you're supposed to do something for the algorithm. Anyway. Baby Possum. That's a Crochet by Jenna pattern. I sold one of those for $15, this time for real. I sold 2 birds for $18 each. Oh, one of them, that's a lie. I sold 1 bird for $18, which I don't remember. Oh, it was a yellow chick. And then the second one, a lady picked it up. It was one of those Oaken Marlowe chickens. And she asked if I would take $15 for it because she like went to pull out money and like literally only had $15 in her wallet. And she was like, well, will you take $15? And I used to sell them for $15. The only reason why I bumped up the price is so they like, all the birds were $18. So I definitely didn't feel like bad about taking $15 because that's normally what I sell them for. So I did take $15 for the chicken and then $18 for the chick. So I actually only made $33 on the birds. I sold a capybara for $18. Almost stole this girl's change by accident because she handed me a 20 when we were chatting. And then I realized when I was putting in the transaction that I didn't give her change. So that one's my bad. I did run and go give her change because I try not to steal. I sold one of my larger duck plushes for $40. I sold a fox for $30. I sold one of my jumbo cows for $60. I sold my Octomom with her 2 babies. That's the All From Jade pattern. That's got the big mom with the babies that go inside. I priced that at $40, including the 2 babies. I sold a pot mushroom for $13. I sold my little Yeti left over from Christmas for $25. I sold 2 scrunchies for $5 each, so $10 altogether. I guess I made a little more than I thought because I'm not seeing the transaction, and he paid cash, so I know I got the money. But I also sold my $75 teacup gnome. So I guess I made $359 yesterday and not $284 because I did sell that teacup gnome for $75. And I guess I did not record that transaction. But before anybody was like, well, maybe you sold the thing and you don't remember for these stolen things, I definitely know I did not sell, because like the turtle keychain, I don't want to like have to restock that. So like that would have been like clear to me because you guys know my like weird hatred for making turtles. I guess it's good that my profit's a little higher than I assumed. So that we're talking $359 for the day. But as you could see, I sold like half the amount of items than I did from the day before. But a lot of them were high ticket items. You're talking a $40 item, a $75 item, a $30 item. Oh, the $60 cow. So that's pretty cool. And I do enjoy that. Now let's get the total for the weekend. Before I tell you that, let me just go over a spiel real quick. The net for that event after the fee was $331, but that was an event that ran 10 to 4. So about the same amount of money, double the time. But yes, before we get into my little spiel, let's talk about how I didn't see my Christmas stuff and think, I should lower my price. It's January, and how I then sold Christmas things. And you know what? The bouquet is not on there. I also sold my bouquet. Goodness, this video is a mess. The editing is going to be a nightmare. I sold my bouquet for $20. So $359 to $379. That one is intentionally not on there because I sold it. They like Venmo'd me for it. Those are the words I'm looking for. So $379 minus the $28 for the fee. So you're at $351. So I did not discount my out of season items, and I sold one of them for full price. I did not stock big items and sell them for what they're worth just because they're big items. So, you know, I of course highly recommend doing a mix of price ranges, going from like as cheap as you can go. For me, that's about $5 to like as much as you can reasonably go. And this event happened to be $75. I did lower the price of the gnome at like Christmas time, only because I had been holding on to it for a while. And like, I felt like that was okay to do, but don't just right out the gate underprice it just because it's big. I had that thing at like, I don't know, 6 or more markets. I think I had it there all of October. So that would have been 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe. I don't know. But don't underprice, because things sell. High ticket items sell. I've taken orders for like $80 things at events. They sell. That's fine. Crochet is not as like hard to make money as people assume it is if you underprice, but if you're getting paid for your labor and for your materials, it can actually be like relatively profitable. My January numbers are not a good example because I did no events and I bought a bunch of things, but you know, in general, I do make money at this. A decent amount. Not a full income yet, but we'll get there. Anyway, so let's talk about my total for the weekend. Adding on the transactions that I'm 100% sure that are missing for one reason or another. One's on my Venmo, and 2, I forgot one. My total for the weekend is $709. That helps offset my January like expenses, which if that video is up, I'll put it here. That is a video about basically the cost of running a business. And sometimes in a month you don't actually make money because like you buy a bunch of things and that happens. But yes, let's take out my event fees on that. $55 for the one, rounding up to $28 for the other one. That still brings me to $626 for the event. I did then turn around and go to Michael's and buy yarn, and I bought about $200 worth of yarn, but it was on sale, buy one get one half off, which is a pretty steep sale, I feel like, for them. So I took advantage. But again, now taking that out, $426 for the events. Not too bad, I feel like. Not too bad, huh? Not too bad. But that is going to be all for this video. If you'd like more crochet content, Jua says you can check out this video right here. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.